The two main political parties have launched their manifesto. They were all colorful events of voice-over, showing pictures and videos of what they have achieved. NPP showed videos and pictures of what they have done so far, and then based on that they identify a few challenges and also had blueprints of how those challenges could be dealt with in a very colorful ceremony. I think strategically the NDC also delayed theirs, and I'm sure they tweaked, because I know they were supposed to launch theirs on a certain date and they changed it and all that. So when they did theirs recently, you could see some amount of borrowings from what had taken place previously.
That's unfair.
Oh no, but no, it's not wrong. I mean, if you borrow and you borrow well, just to
make you look good.
Well, not to also appeal, to appeal to the citizen. The two are all seeking to appeal to us and to be able to communicate well so that we understand things well. I think it's not a big deal. Everybody,
Prof,
listen.
To say they borrowed, I mean, you can think of an idea now. I may think of a similar idea. Research has proven that is possible.
So you don't want me to say they borrowed? Okay, well, well, if they didn't borrow, I saw semblance of how NPP did their lunch, with how the NDC did their lunch. And for me, it's not a big deal. They all said all that they wanted to say. They showed Mahama's achievement when he was in power, and then the kinds of things that they want to do. So MPP promised a lot, and NDC also promised a lot. Promised so many things. In fact, both parties have been totalitarian in their promises. What I mean by that is that they have promised to cover almost every aspect of human life and all that. But you see, my challenge is that, I have a few challenges. My challenge is that the history of Ghana's Fourth Republic show that no political party since independence has been able to achieve every manifesto content. They say everything, knowing very well that they can't do everything. So my point is, why do you promise everything, knowing very well you can't do everything? You see, what is happening is that sometimes, because they want to escape strict accountability and strict proof, they rush to implement manifesto contents, even though not all.
Are you speaking about free SHS in this context?
What I said, let me speak generally, then you can fit in. Let me give
a general context.
How do you call it? Maths, the universal set, then you can be doing subsets and all that. But you see, they promise a lot, and in their quest to fulfill the promises, they pussyfooted the implementation of what is encapsulated in their manifesto. What I mean by that is that, you see, they scratch the surface. Kwame Nkrumah constructed the motorway, and you know that the motorway has been able to stand the test of time. Okay, but today, if a politician promises a road, it's a road that will be done in an election year. So sometimes, for instance, if there is going to be a by-election, you have 3 days. Within 3 days, a road will be constructed and tarred and asphalted. You have street lights, on the road, just because of a by-election, so that after 6 months, it deteriorates. And these are the kinds of things that sometimes politicians want to point to. And I'm saying they sacrifice quality. And so my point is that, why don't you focus on just four projects? Do them, implement them with your soul in them. Okay, do them and do them very well. Get out of the scene. Or you do that within just 4 years. The next 4 years, identify other 4 and accomplish them very well. You get out of the scene. Let another regime come. Let them also single out just 3, 4 signature projects. Okay, so there are so many projects that politicians did when they were in power. Those projects have collapsed, and we cannot identify them those projects with the names of the politicians who introduced them, because they've collapsed. But if they had lasted, okay, then we would have been able to say that, well, you did this and still put your name or attach your name to those projects. And all that. So my point is that let's just focus on 3 or 4 or 5 projects and then tackle them very well. That is where we'll be able to develop.